Hey everyone, how y'all doing today? And welcome back to another video. So we are in the Ultra League. We have my favorite team, Zygarde Complete, Tentacruel, and Gastrodon. So before the Mud Slap buff with Gastrodon, I was running Shadow for Alligator and it did well. But last season, another streamer, Drade, was running the two Pokemon, the Zygarde, Tentacruel, and he had the Gastrodon, and he hit Legend with it. And I started trying the team, and it worked out great for me, so I really like it. If you don't have the Zygarde, other dragons work. I think Guzzlord, Dragonite, or Goodra would be fine. But Zygarde is better. It just does it better. It's so bulky. I do have the Shiny on the overlay. Obviously, Shiny Zygarde does not exist. But I thought it looked cool. It doesn't really matter if it's Shiny on the overlay or not. Drifloon is a problem for the team, especially the backline. You do not want it in the backline. Zygarde Complete. I did beat a Drifloon lead. Zygarde Complete is fine against it, but you do have to shield the Icy Winds. That's the only thing. And then Crunch obviously is super effective. They kind of have to shield the Crunches as well. But they do outpace you because you both reach the moves at the same time. And Drifloon is going to win CMP. So it is a tough Pokemon to deal with, but if you don't battle it, this team does really well. Alolan Sandslash in the lead is also very difficult. Because Zygarde does not want to see that at all, and Tentacruel doesn't either because the poison jabs are heavily resisted, and they also have a super effective drill run. I think that covers it. Let's go ahead and jump right into the battles and see how we do. Granted, I know how I do this set, but you'll see. Ooh, Zygarde, is it the same team? I have no idea. But we do have a Zygarde Mirror match. So I am running Outrage. In the past, before like Gastrodon, I started using Gastrodon, I had Earthquake. I actually like Outrage. I'm going to immediately go for... I do win CMP. Look at that. I have a 14 attack one. Unless if they have a 15 attack one, I'm going to win CMP. And they let it go, which is nice. I actually decided to let it go as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do just that. Let it go. It is an Outrage, unfortunately. I expected it, but Tentacruel coming in. They actually save swapped immediately. So that's good for Gastrodon. So I'll take it. So I'm going to charge up some extra energy and throw before they get to a second Scald. So we can take that Scald. Earth Power will be enough to KO. And I will, in fact, throw that Earth Power because Body Slam is not going to knock out, right? So I'm going to go ahead and throw the Earth Power. My opponent actually shields. I honestly didn't expect him to shield. Do I? I do live it, but I do decide to shield. I'm going to shield and farm down. They do Scald. Unfortunately, I get an attack debuff. It does give me maybe an extra Mud Slap. But either way, that's fine. Doesn't really matter. If Zygarde comes in, it will feint to an attack because it is very low. It was hit with an attack. They tried to... You saw that they played what is called a peekaboo attempt, right? You know, they tried to catch like an Earth Power or something. Not successful. I knew I was going to win at this point because I have an Earth Power ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and throw it. Plus, I still have a healthy Tentacruel. Now, for Alligator actually doesn't do bad against Tentacruel. But at this point, I'm landing in Earth Power. I'm going to be, and then there's no way for Alligator's going to be able to beat me. I also have a shield advantage as well. So at this point, of course, there's no way they can beat me. We could also take multiple attacks as well. Good game to my opponent. Well played. But very similar team. Used to be the team I ran, right, with the Gator instead of the Gastrodon. But I do like Gastrodon. Donphan. Now, I know Donphan does have access to Play Rough, but usually you run Body Slam, Trailblaze. You could run Play Rough, Trailblaze, I guess, but we'll see. My opponent is going to go ahead and throw an attack. I know that I do survive a Play Rough, even if they have it, but they don't have it. I throw the Crunch right now. I figured Donphan is pretty squishy, so it is going to go ahead and take this. That's what I assumed, at least. Or shield it, excuse me. And they do decide to shield it. Very nice. I do get to another one. I probably should have shielded this, to be completely honest. In fact, I definitely should have. But I was hoping it would be Body Slam and I would live it, even though it was boosted. They do throw the Trailblaze, which does make sense. So I'm going to be able to farm this down, but I do have to shield because they do get to a Trailblaze. So I do shield. I should have shielded the Zygarde, to be honest. That was a mistake because Mandibuzz comes in. Granted, I didn't know they had a Mandibuzz, and then they have a Miltank with... It does have Thunderbolt, spoiler warning. So that is obviously not good with me. For me, obviously I'm going to check the move and see what it is. It is the Thunderbolt. That would have been great for the Gastrodon because Thunderbolt is going to be resisted. And then if they have Body Slam, it's a weak move. They could also have... what is it? What's the other move? Oh, Ice Beam. But I don't know. But either way, Zygarde into Dragonite. Okay. Not a bad matchup. Sometimes I get the farm down. If they let me sneak through a Dragon Tail, I'm able to get the farm down. It really depends on IVs as well, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and shield this. And if they survive at 1 HP, which they do, I have to throw because they would have made it before the next Dragon Tail went through. So I do have to throw this to KO. Otherwise, they would have gotten off the Dragon Claw. I've been in that matchup so many times. I know that. So let's see what comes in, shall we? Ooh, okay. I'm actually going to go ahead and throw the Outrage. This might be a mistake. I mean, honestly, like, it might have been better just to throw the Crunch. I thought maybe they wouldn't shield it. But why not shield it, I guess? It just gives them more farm. Fortunately, they can't farm down before I get to a Crunch, so they do have to throw at least. I know it's going to be Weather Ball. I know this thing has Weather Ball. It has Scorching Sands. It has, what does it have? Psy Shock. So I'm pretty safe to bring in Gastrodon. My opponent is going to go ahead and throw an attack right now. Yep, Scorching Sands makes a lot of sense. Oh, baby! Typhlosion came in, double fire. When I saw the Ninetales, I wasn't sure. I wasn't necessarily thinking double fire, but you see the Ninetales, it kind of makes sense. We actually correctly shield the Blast Burn, which is huge because now they don't even make it to another attack, and this is just going to be a good game. Yeah, good game to my opponent. Nothing they could do there. Gastrodon, of course, does really well against double fire teams. Good game. Moving on, Zygarde complete into Primeape. So, Primeape's interesting, right? Because most times, especially last season, you definitely have Rage Fist. This is Rage Fist because they didn't charge up for anything else. But you always have Rage Fist. But Close Combat was more so common last season. But because of the Ice Punch buff, I have seen it a couple of times in the Great League. But I knew this was just a Rage Fist. Yeah, something to keep in mind. It could have been ice. It could be ice. They could be running Ice Punch. I feel like Ice Punch is more common in the Great League, though. After they didn't shield that, I regretted not throwing the Outrage. But it is what it is. That will cost me a shield now. Oh, we got the Registeel. Imagine if I threw the Outrage. I would have KO'd the Primeape, but I wouldn't have had to go down a shield. That would have been amazing for me. But I'm going to go ahead and let this Focus Blast go into my Gastrodon. Totally fine. Gonna farm extra energy. Throw the attack, the Earth Power. One more, come on! It does KO, nice. It does KO. I mean, I knew it KO'd, but very nice, very nice. They are still up a shield, but I still have my Zygarde. It's not really healthy, but it could take some hits. Okay, Sand Attack. Gliscor. So, that's a cool Pokemon, and one I do want to try out for the Ultra League. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the Body Slam right now. We do see a shield. I'm going to throw another Body Slam. I was actually shocked they shielded that. Did they think maybe Water Pulse? I mean, I hit them with Earth Power into the Registeel. Unless if they thought maybe I had doubled nukes, that's why they were concerned. I don't know. I was actually surprised about that shield. But I can go ahead and throw another Body Slam. And that will connect. Very nice. Yeah, just let this go. Obviously, if they're running Earthquake, and I assume they are in the Ultra League, Tentacruel does not want to be on the other side of that. I'm going to bring in Zygarde and immediately go for the Crunch right now. Just get some damage on it, or get the shield. If I get the shield, the Scold will be enough, and I do pick up the shield. You'll love to see it. They have to throw. They're not Sand Attacking me down. Not at all. Sand Attack is a new move added to Gliscor this season, by the way. That actually didn't even KO me. But I do bring in my Tentacruel right now. I have to watch out for a catch. I do decide to commit the shield. I knew it could be a bait, but I still shield. It's not worth taking the Earthquake. There's the attempted catch. Once they didn't get it, I would have been able to farm down and throw a Blizzard. Scold would have been enough as well, but doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and move into the next one. I do believe this is the final battle. It's a shorter video today. Tentacruel, okay. I never respect a Blizzard when it's in the lead. Okay. Low kick, so I'm like, well, okay. If I win this matchup, Gastrodon is going to do well against Tentacruel. So, that's basically my mindset. I throw, Crunch is resisted, so I throw the Outrage. Maybe thinking, they'll think, I have Earthquake, Crunch, both are resisted. They would shield, but no, he decides to shield. we do see a shield here. I'm going to go ahead and shield it. But now I'm starting to get a little bit nervous because I'm like, okay, I have the crunch, but I think they can now sucker punch me down. They are double boosted, which is not fun. So I do pick up the shield, and they do just that. So I guess maybe not throwing the Earthquake, maybe throwing the crunch at the beginning, I would have won that matchup. But they don't get a move off, which is actually good. I'm hoping Tentacruel doesn't come in, but it does, because I wanted, obviously, this onto it. But look what comes in, a Galarian Moltres. Not good for me. But I still saw a potential win condition here. Because I have a shield advantage, right? So I'm going to go ahead and throw Body Slam. Even though this is a bad matchup, that's what I'm going to do. Because here's the thing. If they want to do damage on me, they have to throw Brave Bird, right? Brave Bird obviously will KO me. Ancient Power will not. They could have Ancient Power and maybe go for a Farm Down, but I expected the Brave Bird. I'm like, okay, I'm going to let it go. I'm going to maybe see how much energy I can get with Tentacruel. Maybe I could potentially Farm Down. I'm going to go ahead and shield this. Unfortunately, it's only an Ancient Power, but that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and take that, and Tentacruel comes in. So it's going to be rough, obviously. But I need to apply debuffs to have a chance at winning this. I'm going to go ahead and throw the Scald. No debuff, unfortunately. My opponent is going to go ahead and throw an attack as well. So this attack is going to be a Scald, of course. I shouldn't say of course. If they have Acid Spray, maybe they would throw that. But I'm going to go ahead and throw another Scald. I'm really hoping for a debuff. And I'm hoping they do not get a debuff. Because here's the thing. I know I need an attack ready to go for the Moltres. I do actually get the debuff, which is huge. That is huge. So my opponent is going to go ahead and throw the Scald. I do live another one. No debuff for me. I have to keep over farming. I cannot throw right away. I need an attack for that Moltres. So my opponent is going to go ahead and throw an attack. I knew they would get to another attack, but because of the debuff, I do live it. Moltres is coming in, so I'm going to go ahead and throw immediately. And basically, my Tentacruel needs to make it to a Scald. Now, I know I will outpace them to a Scald, but I don't know if I make it before I get farmed down. But look at that, 1 HP and a dream, and I actually still win this one. Holy smokes. I should have fought harder with Zygarde against that... what is that little bug Pokemon we saw in the beginning? Low Kicks. I should have fought a lot harder in the beginning for Switch. And I should have went for the Crunch bait, I think. But either way, I do take that. Excuse me. And I am going to be able to go for one with this team. And this team is fantastic. It is going to get me the Ace rank. 2350, really high up at this point in time, and we get a new pair of shoes, and that's good because I do need shoes. But either way, that will be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I really do appreciate it. Have a good day. Bye.